Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is the Float Locker, and this is where I teach you how to not invest like a degenerate. And I show you with full transparency. I created a portfolio specifically for this to show everybody every trade, every order execution, and all the ups and downs, the losses, the wins, everything in real time with weekly updates and my ideas on my trades and what my thoughts are going forward as the market trades, as time goes on, right? So this is a real-time portfolio look on YouTube. I don't know many people doing this, but it's just something I decided to start, so as to help people out. I show people how to use a strategy. I mean, you're not going to get rich overnight off this strategy, but you're going to make consistent income over time. You do it by using high probability trades, putting the odds in your favor, and essentially becoming the house in this, for lack of a better word, casino, right? So I look for trades that are 60, 70, 80% probability of success. And so that's the intro. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is how or should you pay for a trading service. Now, a lot of people have their opinions on this, but before I dive into that, I just want to go over a couple things. So this is my website, what you see right here. It's thefloatlocker.com. When you come to it, this window will pop up after a few seconds. Just drop your email and your name, first name if you want. You don't even have to drop your name, but you'll be alerted by my weekly portfolio updates, which I post every Sunday as I try, and I give you a breakdown of all my trades. My weekly trades, what I was thinking in those trades, the P&L, all the order executions, everything for that week. So it's all fully transparent. And if you go to my website, you can click in here. You go to the portfolio performance. And you could see how I did for that week. Read about my thoughts on it. Full order executions. Link to my YouTube channel, which is what you're watching right now. Game plan for the following week, portfolio gains, right? Current positions, right? And that's pretty much it, So, give it a check. I also, every once in a while, I've only posted once so far from for my performance, my trading performance from June until August, which shows a breakdown of everything, of all my trades and how I performed. So if you want to give that a look as well, I posted that up on there, my win rates, all that. So it's all fully transparent, and you'll see like how this strategy can work for you over time. So now let's get on to the video. So just a quick look at my positions. This is what I'm currently in right now. Just mainly collecting theta, as you see right here, collecting $27 per day in theta. And of course, delta plays a big part of it, right? So it kind of wherever the stock moves, either I gain more or lose more, right? So today's P&L $520, not too bad for a Monday. I'm not using all my buying power, which is something you don't want to do. But I'm just kind of sitting, kind of trading lights, navigating through this kind of correction, see where we go, right? So I'm not really trying to press too hard on anything, and just kind of riding it out. All right, so let's get started on this video. So what I want to show is, what I want to talk about is, should you pay for a trading service? Now, should you pay for a trading service? Sorry about that. should you pay for a trading service? Okay, so my thoughts on a trading service is that might differ from a lot of people. A lot of people have their opinions. People think like you shouldn't, you should do all your own trading, which is fine, but you have to put in the work, right? And this is where a trading service really comes in handy. So I'm going to speak about my thoughts on it. I'm going to show you how, or just tell you how to find the right trading service that fits you. There's not one set trading service that fits everybody. Everybody has a different trading style. Some people trade options only. Some people trade only stock. Some people day trade. Some people swing trade. Some people just want to invest long term and want a broad market analysis, right, done for them so they can make better decisions. It's all about having the data and the info you need to put on the right trade. That's all. That's it. If you're looking for an alert service, someone to tell you when to buy, when to sell, those work for some people. But for the most part, if you want to survive this game in the long term, stick to putting on trades that you put on yourself. Not someone that tells you when to buy, when to sell, right? You want someone that tells you, that gives you the information on what's a good setup, what names to look at, right? And you decide from there where you want to trade, where you want to buy it, where you want to sell it, where you're going to set your risk. These are all the factors that you come up with yourself, right? So for me, I just need the data that shows me a broad market analysis, what the major sectors are doing, right? I just need someone to put in the work for me to show me what's out there, what's setting up, what's not setting up, what I should stay away from, right? And then just narrow it down to a few names that are set up really well for a trade, right? And then I take that data and I decide which stocks I want to trade, right? So that's my strategy, and I'm here to tell you that that's what I do, and it saves me a ton of time. I'm not looking at charts all day. I'm not analyzing the entire market, grinding it out, right? I would rather pay someone $150 a month to do all that work for me for the entire month, right? It's just worth my time to pay that much, right? You got to think of it as how much time are you saving, right? Are you going to spend Monday through Friday and even on the weekends analyzing the markets, following news, following events, right? So that's what you got to think of, right? So when you find a good trading service, it saves you that time. You can use that time for whatever you want, right? So as far as picking a service, any strategy can work, right? Even if it's different strategies for the same type of trading, like say you're only a swing trader, right? Different types of strategies can work, but you have to be willing to let that service work for you, right? You pretty much have to have an open mind to that service, right? And just don't let your opinions dictate or interfere with that trading service's strategy, right? Because you're going to skew the numbers. Also, keep your size consistent, right? Stay disciplined. Make sure you're following their rules, right? That it all comes down to you just following the strategy that's set forth and set up for you, right? So that's how you'll be successful. So any strategy can work out there, right? It's just you gotta find one that's for you. So that's kind of my thoughts on a nutshell on a trading strategy right there, right? Your opinions don't matter. I don't care if you think a stock is going to go up or down or trade sideways when the trading service is telling you to go long, right? Follow it, put in your stops. If you don't, if you're not wanting to take that trade, you know, just don't take the trade. If you're not feeling good, you have to have conviction as well, right? When you put on that trade, you got to be fully convinced that that the trade will work, right? You have to have that optimism. All right, so what trading service is right for you? Well, I can't say. Honestly, I can't say. I can't tell you which one will work for you. I know which ones work for me, right? So I'm more of a swing trader. I trade options. I probably about 25% of the time I long options, but for the most part I sell options, right? So there's specific stocks that I look at, more of like the major names, right? Because they have more liquidity. So for you, you would just need to experiment. You need to kind of create a list of trading services that catch your eye and that are of interest to you. And if they offer a free trial, great. If they don't, ask if they offer one, or ask if they'll prorate your subscription if the service isn't a right fit, right? So you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? Because if it's not working for you, like in the first week, or if you're like, oh, this is totally different than what I thought, you know, then if it's not working, it's not working, right? Like, but you also, at the same time, you have to give it a chance, right? So this may take, the initial feeling or the initial impression is that, okay, this may be a good fit, right? Give it a couple months, right? You know, stick with that service for a couple months. Don't flip flop to other services, or don't do multiple services, right? Because that causes confusion. Stick to that one for a couple months, right? Trade with small size, you know, that way you're not losing too large if it doesn't work, right? Or if you know, if it's just not the right fit for you. Because you have to understand, like, some services, they require you to jump in on the trade right then and there, right? Others are like, well, here's the setup, you know, find your entry, right? So that gives you more time. So that's probably better for people that have a day job, right? That can't be that can't act on the minute, right? Maybe they could come back later in the day and decide, oh, okay, yeah, I could take this trade, right? So you got to see what kind of services kind of cater to your needs, right? So it all comes down to experimentation. All right. So then also, you know, when you find the one, hopefully, then just stick with it, right? So for me, I can offer a few choices. Like if you're following my blog, thefloatlocker.com, if you're on this website, right, thefloatlocker.com, and you're following me and you want to learn, if you want to know how I trade, and unfortunately I don't offer a service. I may in the future if things get if I get a lot of requests on trading, but I do on a weekly basis post my my entire orders, my entire order entries, right, for that week, which is too late anyways, right? So it all comes down to like how much time I have, right? But honestly, like here are some services that I suggest that you try out, and they're each kind of different in their own way, and I think it's a good starting point for most people. One of these three services, right? So for the first one is Scott Redler. He runs the T3 Live trading group, right? And I honestly have to say he's by far probably the one that fits me the best, because this guy works really hard. He gets up every morning. He's like up at, I think, like 4 a.m. Eastern time. You know, he goes to his office. He runs. You know, he's running through charts, and then he puts out a morning video for you with all the info condensed into that like 15-20 minute video, and you have all the information you need right before the day starts. So you have all that info, which is great for me because I can just wake up, watch the video. He also sends an email, a tweet, tweets on Twitter with the with the setups and what's in play, right? And that would be through his through the it's not through this account here. It'll be a separate private account that you'll be able to access and be able to follow, right? So I just follow the Twitter account, and I watch his YouTube videos. He posts the videos on YouTube, and then it has all the info I need. So I spend like 20 minutes in the morning, 20-30 minutes in the afternoon, because he does a recap after the market closes on what was in play, what his trading, how his trading day went. He'll even tell you whether he had losses, he had a good day, a bad day, how the day is going, how it's shaping up to be, how the week is shaping up to be, right? So he gives you an overall view of the market, which is amazing, right? So it works for me because I trade options. I don't sit in front of the computer all day. I don't even trade at a computer. I trade from my phone. So I trade strictly from my phone, and I follow Twitter. I watch the videos, and that's it. I don't hang around on the computer all day. I could do whatever else I want throughout the day, right? And I put on the trades, and then I just monitor throughout the day. So I'd say that's a good one, especially if you're an experienced trader. It really helps. He also has a second like add-on service for like a chat room, which he calls the VTF, the virtual trading floor. I've never subscribed to that because I don't day trade, and I'm not like in the actual market second to second action. So it's not for me, but it might be for you. It might. He says it's really good with the Redler All Access service. So that's something to consider, but it depends on your trading style, right? The next one I want to suggest is the Fitstock.com, Fitstock charts. This is one that I've been using for years, actually. Scott Redler, I just started using this year, which has been great. But Fitstock is actually a really good one. He gives a broad market analysis, and he gives you high probability setups, right? And I would suggest this is a service for people that have a larger account, because the stocks he plays and if you're playing the options of those, you need quite a bit of capital to take advantage of the strategy, right? Because when a strategy trigger, or when a play triggers, you're looking for a 1 to 2% move in the stock, which is about a 10% move in the option, right? And you're already taking profit, right? So you're trading right when it triggers. You take profit pretty quickly, and then you leave a little. You start scaling out, and then you leave like a small runner for it to run until either A, it stops you out at your entry, or B, it runs on forever, right? So that's the idea of his service, right? So in order to be able to scale out like that and to make it worth the trades, you need quite a bit of capital, because you don't want to go all in on a trade, right? Because then you can't play any of the other plays. Second of all, you also want to keep your losses small if they don't work out. But I mean, honestly, like a lot of his plays, 90% plus of them work out. It's just very hard to hold them all if you don't have a large account. So that's kind of like the trade-off there, right? So if you have like $5,000 to play with, or 10,000, or even like 20,000, it's probably not enough. You're gonna need like 50,000, 100K, probably more to trade with this guy, to make it worth your while. Because I'll tell you firsthand that you're not going to be able to follow the strategy. I've been following this guy for a few years, probably since I want to say 2013. And I started trading with a small account, and it was very difficult. So I was like kind of like tweaking the strategy to fit me, and then like things wouldn't really work out as I needed them to. So just keep that in mind. But his analysis is phenomenal. Even if you just use him for the analysis, I'd say it's even worth it. He charges $99 a month, and he does a few videos a week, and he does a big video on the weekends, and I'd say it's gold. So definitely worth trying out and checking out, right? And for you day traders, I would suggest Investors Underground, right? So if you go here, I'm gonna have all these links in the description below, so you can just click on them and go to them. But his might be a little bit more pricey, but this is for the day traders. But if you're looking to day trade and be in that action, trading stocks, I'd say this is for people that trade stocks, right? Some people trade options in here, but this is not really geared towards them. This is more for like penny stocks, even like major indices, major stocks, FANG stocks. He trades everything, but but I'd say it's more geared to the person that trades just common stock, right? But his strategy is really good. It's just I don't have the time to day trade. I would like to, but it's just not something that I can dedicate my time to. But I still subscribe to him. I've been subscribed to this guy since like 2009, I want to say. So a good 11 years I've been subscribed to this service, and every once in a while I do go on there, check out scans. If I want to find something to scalp or something, I'll jump on there, look at his scans, and find something, if I have the time. But it's not something I can do full time. All right, so those are the services that I suggest. Probably a few to get started. I'm always trying out new ones here and there, like the Scott Redler, like this one here. I just tried this one this year. I've been following this guy for years, this Twitter account, but I decided to give it a try, and it's been great. I think it's like probably the perfect fit for me. All right, so just to wrap the video up, if you haven't figured it out, the answer to the question, should you pay for a trading service? I definitely suggest using a service. I mean, just the time you get back for using it just doesn't make sense. I mean, anybody can sit there and you could draw lines on charts till your hands bleed, until your eyes go red, right? But who cares, right? A lot of these plays don't work out, and a lot of that time is just wasted, right? And the plays don't work out, and then not only that, you're fatigued. You're spending all this time, scrolling through charts, finding levels and trying to remember, what's in play, and doing all this by yourself is just a pain in the ass. You need a team. You need a team to help you trade, right? That's what you gotta look at it. Like, trying to take down this venture on your own is tough. And in this game, it's all about having that edge. So here, having a trading service, the edge is A, you're not tired, you're well rested. B, you're not mentally drained from charting and following up on news and staying up with all market related stuff. unless that's your thing. I mean, I enjoy it too, but up to a certain extent, right? I just do it because I enjoy it. Also, you just save time. You can use that time for other ventures. You could use that time for family or traveling or doing stuff fun or work. If you have to work, right? This is, you definitely should be using a service if you work during trading hours. You should not be doing more of a like higher frequency trading. you know, like day trading or even swing trading for 1 or 2 days or a week, right? You should be using a service, right? Because you don't want to be stuck at your computer at work trying to trade, right? And trying to map out levels, right? And trading while you're on the clock, right? That's a good way to get fired, right? So, use a service, pay the money, right? If you can't pay the money, if you can't afford it, then you know what? Don't trade. It's not time for you to trade. Just invest your money. Just let it sit and save your money and wait till you have enough money so you can afford, or you make enough money so you can put some aside to afford a service, right? So not everyone can just get up and start trading, right? Like you need to have the capital, right? Make sure you have enough capital. And in my site, I show you, I took $8,000 because I think at minimum you can start with an $8,000 brokerage account and make some serious money. I'm already up 36% since June. 36% since June, right? I'm making $500 days, right? And I'm not doing anything really high risk. It's all like just selling premium, right? And just playing the strategy, right? Like and just putting high probability trades in my favor, paying for a service that does all the work for me, right? And I take on those trades, right? And it works, So that's all it's all about, right? So, yeah, if you day trade stocks or common stock, you're gonna need a bigger account, right? So just make sure you have enough capital. The capital you use is not something that you need for rent or or bills, right? This has to be totally separate, right? Money that you can afford to lose, right? Because especially if you're starting out, I hate to say it, but you're more likely to lose it all. So start, with money that you can afford to lose, right? Whether it's 8,000, 10,000, 5,000, 3,000, right? If it's 3,000, trade super small. Trade one share, right? Now brokers charge 0 commission for stock for trading common stock. So there's no reason why you cannot just start trading with one share, right? And learning and seeing on a percentage type of basis how if you're growing your account or not, right? Like, and do that for like a year and just practice. You don't have to worry about making money now, right? And consistently contribute. I show this all on my website. Consistently contribute to your account. Keep rolling the profits. Keep taking on the high probability trades, and you'll come out on top at the end. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my spiel on how to if you should pay for a trading service. So yes, you definitely should, but you got to find the right one. All right. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get to them. And with that, thank you for watching, and good luck trading. Thanks, all. Bye.